Hi, this is Mrs. Hendel, and this is a tutorial that will show you how you can use the Screencastify extension, which is this extension right up here. And if I hover over it, you see it says Screencastify Screen Video Recorder. I'm going to use that extension to help me do an assignment for my teacher that I have to show either by saying something or playing something or clapping something. Really, a lot of times in music, you have to do these things, but your classroom teachers might have you use Screencastify to turn in an assignment as well. So I'm going to show you how you can use this tool to turn in assignments that are like this. So you obviously would have to have the Screencastify extension installed. There was a separate tutorial video for that, so I hope you watched that and that you have it installed. If you don't, you need to go back and watch that video. Once you have it installed, you would need to go up to your Chrome browser and launch Screencastify by clicking on it. See if it'll let me do it. Yep. So mine right now opened up a box. And I don't have the record option because I am recording right now. But on this box, when you open it the first time, it will ask you if your microphone is turned on and if your webcam is turned on. So you have to make sure that those options are on there. And then if you want to, or if your teacher asks you to, you can embed a webcam in there so that just like how there's a little picture of me in the corner here and you can see me talking to you, you can put that in there as well. You don't have to. You can choose to not have this little picture down in the corner. It just depends on what you're being asked to do. Sometimes your teachers will need to see your face for an assignment. Other times they just need to hear things. For example, for the lesson I'm going to demonstrate right now, it's not necessary for me to have the embedded webcam, but because it's a tutorial, I'm doing it right now. So once you get your recording started, you would open up your Google Classroom where your assignments are handed out, and you would go to the assignment. So in this case, it's a slideshow that the teacher has handed out. And I'm going to open the slideshow. And the slideshow is kind of like back before we had COVID and we were in the classroom and maybe the teacher would put the slideshow up and you'd go through the slideshow as a class. Well, now we're doing it at home, asynchronously by ourselves with the help of some tutorials and some instructions from your teacher. So you open up the slideshow. And of course, at the beginning, there's information from the teacher. So slide 1 and slide 2 and slide 3 in this assignment don't ask you to do anything. It's explaining the lesson. It's telling you some things about music. But once I get to slide 4, the slide actually asks me as the student to do something to show the teacher that I understand what is being taught in this lesson. So in this slide, it says, clap and say this rhythm in deuce and do des. I don't even know if I said that right. So if you're laughing at me right now, it's okay. I'm not very musical. So I would say the rhythm and then I would clap and do the rest of it. I think that might have been right. And once I'm done with this slide, I would go down to slide 5 and I would clap and say that rhythm and so on. I would do it for each slide that the teacher created and do everything that the teacher wants me to do to show that I understand this lesson. Now I've made it all the way to the end of my slideshow. I'm at slide 10, there are no more. Once I'm done, that's it. I'm done showing her what I know. Now I have to stop the screencast recording, name the file, and wait for it to do what's called a rendering. Rendering just means you got to wait for the video file to finish doing what it needs to do so that it can be shared. So it's going to take a couple minutes. So don't panic if you can't play your video right away. It's going to put your video in a Screencastify folder in Google Drive. You're not making that folder. It's doing it automatically. So all you have to do at this point is come up here and press stop to end the recording. There's going to be another tutorial you have to watch where it explains how to attach this Screencastify and turn it into Google Classroom. I'll see you in that tutorial.